A warm welcome to our listeners, viewers and, of course, certainly all subscribers. Today direct journalism from a warm place, our desert for lost minds.
Please allow me to introduce myself. I'm a man of wealth and taste.
Hello everybody, welcome back. Today the Lackluster channel on YouTube ran a report on legal proceedings of which I am the defendant. I want to make sure that I give you all my 2 cents of this story before the courts have their way with me.
Talo. Sorry.
This all started back in March of 2024. The state says that I shined a flashlight at a police officer during a traffic stop, and that because I did that, I deserve to sit in a cage against my will for a prolonged period of time. When I first went to court, I asked a question about how this could occur, me being charged with a crime and threatened with cage time over shining a flashlight at somebody. To the surprise of nobody, the prosecutor lied through his teeth to me and to the judge in an open court of law. Here is that video now.
First case is the State of Indiana versus Craig Henry. Okay, count 1 is resisting law enforcement as a Class A misdemeanor. It states that the undersigned, having affirmed, says that on or about March 10, 2024, in Greene County, State of Indiana, Craig Henry did knowingly or intentionally forcibly obstruct or interfere with a law enforcement officer or a person assisting the officer while the officer was lawfully engaged in the execution of the officer's duties, to wit, Craig Henry shined a flashlight into my eyes during a traffic stop, obstructing my vision, contrary to the form of the statutes in such cases may be provided by Indiana Code 3544.13.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
1A, and against the peace and dignity of the state of Indiana. Now, sir, that's charged as a Class A misdemeanor. A person in Indiana convicted of a Class A misdemeanor can receive anywhere from 0 days in jail up to 1 year in jail, anywhere from a $0 fine up to a $5,000 fine. Do you understand that?
If I were a rich man, and it would I'm a bitty bum. All day long I'd a pretty bum. If I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to wait out. And it would I'm a bitty bum. If I were a bitty rich, diddle man.
There's one question I have about this charge is it necessary that there be a forcible element to the accusation for this to have been charged to me?
We're going to go through a number of your rights here today. The court can't give you any kind of legal advice. One of the things you're probably going to want to talk to an attorney about, if you hire one or you qualify for one, would be the actual elements of the offense. Okay?
I'm more or less just asking to establish that the court, whether or not the court interprets that law to require a forcible element or not.
The word is forcibly.
Okay, so you do acknowledge that there's okay. That's the only question I have, Your Honor. Thank you.
You assuming I'm a human. What I gotta do to get it through to you? I'm superhuman, innovative, and I made a rubber so that anything you say is singing off of me and it'll glue to you and devastating, more than ever demonstrating how to give a motherfucking audience a feeling like it's levitating, never fading. And I know the haters are forever waiting for the day that they can say I fell off to be celebrating, cause I know the way to get them motivated. I make elevating music. You make elevator music.
Just to clear that up, Jack, I think that the statute actually says forcibly, obstruct or interfere.
And it looks like there is a comma there. Something's been marked out, but it looks like maybe there is a comma.
Forcibly resist, obstruct, or interfere is the language of this.
And the reason there would be a comma there is because there's more than 3 things being talked about, or there's 3 or more things being talked about. In the English language, you put a comma when there's 1, 2, and 3, not necessarily to separate.
Comma, chameleon. You come and go.
Yeah, but to congregate those.
Well, not necessarily. The word is or, not and. Each of those would be separate and able to stand on their own.
I'm a man without conviction. I'm a man who doesn't know how to sell a contradiction. You come and go. You come and go. Come a chameleon. You come and go.
When I found out that the state was lying to me and to the judge in open court, I approached the state to see what they were going to do to right this wrong that they had committed. Here's that video here.
Hey, Brian, how's it going?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good, man.
Good deal.
I was wondering if you could tell me what you were going to do with my case today with the Class A misdemeanor.
I have not had a chance to look at it again. I was at a conference all week last week. That's why Ed covered it, and I'm really just starting to get caught back up. I've got pre-trials this morning, so
Okay. Well, I'd ask.
I can try to look at it this afternoon.
Yeah, I'd ask that you contact me, man, because as a result of that, I'm sure that Ed told you I had to serve 13 days in jail, and that was wrongfully charged to me. I was wondering if you could tell me, if that is the case, if it is true that I served 13 days wrongfully because you charged me that, will you show any remorse? Will you make any public
I'll
statement
have
about
to
that?
look at what was filed. I think that you had filed something. I haven't had a chance to even read what you filed.
I just talked to Ed as well, too. He suggested I filed it. I talked to him. I told him I'd rather just talk to you and ask you guys if you could take a look at it, at what I provided to you. Mm-hmm. I know I tried to get a hold of you for about 3 weeks before I filed it. To talk to you about it, but I was just wondering if it is the case that you were wrong in charging me with that, could I get a public apology from you?
I'll take a look at what.
Maybe at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, thank you. I'll take a look again. I've got court right now, so
Understood.
I've got to drop this off and take off back down there. But I'll definitely get back with you. Okay.
All right. Sounds good. Well, take care. All right.
You too.
Hope to hear from you.
Yes.
Now, you all saw me and Tyler approach Brent in the most professional and polite way possible and asked him to do the right thing. In a nutshell, we asked him to honor his oath, to issue an apology to somebody who his actions had seen kidnapped. But instead of doing the right thing, Brent Seymour decided to double down. He defended his position in court in a motion to dismiss hearing, of which I contend he performed very badly.
Today I don't have money for anything. I can't even pay for my rent. Called my mother to move home. She said, no, you're on your own. I work all day and night and get paid nothing.
After that motion to dismiss hearing, we were given an audio recording of that hearing by an anonymous source, and we published it for the public to see, as is our First Amendment right to do. The prosecutor was so angry at our exercising our rights that he filed for a motion to show cause hearing. He wants to show cause that I should be thrown in a cage for promoting transparency in the courtroom and publishing an audio recording of the state maliciously prosecuting one of their constituents. Now, people will feel many different ways about this. People will feel that Brent Seymour is an oath-breaking piece of crap. Many people will feel that he should lose his job. I think that I'm going to take this moment, and this is going to be a little more of an informal piece of the video, but it's important to remember that these people are human beings. And they act off of incentives. It's not that they're so evil and their hearts are filled with hatred. It's that these people want money, right? They love money. And they went into the profession that they went into in order to get a lot of money. Well, Brent Seymour has a cushy little position at the prosecutor's office, and he doesn't want to lose that. He's on a six-figure salary, I'm sure, driving a nice car, living in a nice house, and he's not going to ruin what he's got going on in order to defend somebody's rights. And Brent Seymour isn't special. This is the same trait that you see throughout the human species all over the world in every level of organization and government. But this is exactly why here on the Hendry Media Group, we advocate that we abolish government. Because if you put anybody in that position that Brent Seymour is in, and you told him, hey, either you maliciously prosecute this guy that the state doesn't like, or you're going to lose your six-figure job, he's not going to choose upholding people's rights. Every day of the week, he is going to choose to maliciously prosecute so that he keeps his job, and so will every other person that you put in that position.
Sorry.
Government is too dangerous to tolerate. And I'll say the consequences that I might suffer for merely recording my own interactions with government could be so vast that you might not hear from me for a while after this. So I will ask, if something does happen to me, please look out. See what you can do to help, because my family might be the ones that are really hurting from this, not me.
We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you